go ahead and get all comfortable over here. Go ahead and deal with that. There we go. Very nice, very nice. How's everybody doing today? Are y'all kicking it, hanging, chilling, relaxing, having a good time? Looks like I've got my boy Rathawood in here. Almost always the first person in to come in and hang out with me, and I greatly appreciate that. Glad to have you in here, buddy. So, this is the short stream that is not actually going to be short based on timing, but it's just going to be talking about the word short. That's what I declared it as. So, there were a couple of things that I really wanted to talk about today. The first one, which I feel like is probably the most apt name or subject to talk about, considering the title of the stream is the short stream. I was talking to Cinder Shadow this morning, and he informed me that his short video is doing really, really well. And I told him that I wanted him to kind of keep me informed on how that was working out for him, because I was very curious about it. I'd been seeing a couple of channels that I know pretty well doing really well with shorts, and I had been debating whether or not that was something I wanted to get into. Now, the first thing that I have to say about the whole thing with shorts is I initially and originally have been pretty salty and kind of sour about the idea of doing shorts, for really ridiculous reasons, I think. Like, I was kind of getting really annoyed by it. Like, it's kind of like when I see something that is supposedly manipulative and doesn't take a lot of effort, or supposedly doesn't take a lot of effort, I kind of rethought about it and realized that, you know what, it does take some effort to do shorts. But initially, I don't know, I was feeling really weird about it because it just felt like it was a system that shouldn't be the way that it was, and I guess I was kind of feeling really salty about it. And I kind of needed some convincing from Cinder Shadow. I kind of talked with him about it, and he kind of was able to talk to me about it and you know, explain it to me in a way that made me realize that, you know, shorts are not really something to be annoyed or upset about. It's more like, you know, it's just a different form of content that is interesting to a particular degree, and, you know, if you have the ability to do it, then you should do it. And, you know, I kind of like thought about it, and when I started actively thinking about it in the sense of not being angry about it, but actively kind of trying to think about how can I use this to, you know, make different kinds of content and maybe even increase the amount of viewers I have on my channel, I started thinking about it in a much better light. And I'm I have since come up with some ideas for some really good shorts that I want to try out. And I kind of wanted to talk about that because I was kind of curious to see right off the bat, I see Wrath of Wood says, I like shorts. And I mean, that's kind of a good thing to hear from somebody who is actively a part of my channel on a regular basis, because that kind of encourages me to look deeper into the possibility of making shorts on the channel. I already have some ideas. I have basically, since I kind of came to terms with the idea of I should be using shorts, I should be, you know, utilizing this as a proper form of making content on my channel instead of scrutinizing it and being so salty and sour about it. But I have come up with basically 3 different ideas for videos I want to do that are short related. And I also went and even watched some videos that I watched when I was younger that were considered to be shorts before the shorts, you know, YouTube section even existed in the first place. Like, I watched some old short meme YouTube videos, and just funny short videos that were entertaining to me a long, long time ago. And those kind of inspired me of like, you know what? This does take creative thinking. It does take a particular, you know, sense of creativity that I had not been utilizing before. So this is just a new form of content for me to explore. And I'm really curious about it, and I really want to get into it. So I think I might be trying to, alongside of all of the normal content that I make, I think I would be interested in trying to make shorts as well. And I have some ideas of, like, for example, I know that I've been told a couple different times, specifically by Stay and Play and some other people, that my dog is really cute and I should try to get my dog into more videos that I do. And I've never really wanted to do that for my normal content, simply because normally my normal content is very focused on very particular subjects where I wouldn't want my dog interfering in, even though I love him to death and he's adorable. So, but if I were doing shorts, like little videos that are less than a minute long, then yeah, like having a couple of cute clips of my dog would probably be kind of cool to do. It might even be fun. He actually does some really funny, cute things that I wouldn't be surprised people would really enjoy seeing online. In fact, actually, one of my 3 videos that I came up with ideas for as being shorts already involves something specific that my dog does on a regular basis. Let me read a bit more here. So, Ratherwood says, they are comfy and easy to wear. Thank you, Shorts Boy. Ratherwood says, but for real, a long-ass video put me to sleep. Oh, okay. Good to know. We talking about short? I'm home. Yeah, we are talking about short. I wanted to start off the short stream, which probably will be a full 2-hour stream like I normally do anyways. I thought it would be kind of fun to talk about a few different things about the word short, and the first main subject that I wanted to talk about was doing short videos on my channel, because they seem to be pretty successful. And I mean, I was kind of trying to, that was something that was really bothering me, was I didn't like the idea that, I'd be getting, or the idea of instant gratification, instant success. That was something that was really bothering me. But then after talking with Cinder Shadow about it a little bit, I kind of came to realize that that's not what it's about. It's not about instant gratification. It's not about instantaneous success. It's about managing to encapsulate creativity and entertainment in an extremely short amount of time. And once I started wrapping my mind around that, and really thinking about it, I kind of realized that, I think I would like to try something like that. And that's when I started getting the creative juices flowing, where I came up with the idea of a couple different videos I wanted to try that would be labeled as shorts. So I think that that is legitimately something I want to try, but I also don't want it to just be the only thing my channel does. I wouldn't mind having those be on my channel just to be interesting and entertaining and try something different, but I still want to do my normal videos, like the video series and my streams and things like that. So, but I think it would be just an interesting little outlet to try out that would be different than what I've already been doing, and maybe, who knows, maybe I could gain some new subscribers or viewers in the process, and that would be legitimately really nice if I could also get that in addition to trying to utilize a form of creativity that I wasn't utilizing before. And I mean, I'd already kind of gotten close to experimenting with it because I did the Cadbury Cream Egg video and the habanero channel trailer pepper video as well, which are kind of shorter in the first place anyways. So that's kind of, I've been really thinking hard about it, especially after having that conversation with Cinder Shadow about it. And it was thanks to him that I kind of got out of my salty, sour mentality about it, I just kind of had to think about it a little differently than what I normally do. Bo Falcon says, spicy food challenges, like your habanero video, that could be pretty cool. The problem is, though, is that I don't know if that could actually be done in the format of a short video, simply because I'd just be worried that it would be too long. In order to shove something into my mouth and then immediately experience the hotness would probably too much longer than less than a minute, which is what my immediate concern would be for doing something like that. However, like I said, I do have some ideas of brewing. I have some ideas of brewing. I want to... One video is going to be about my dog. One video I'm planning to be kind of a meme, sort of. like using an old meme that I think would be really funny to try and utilize. And then the other one, it's kind of harder to describe. I thought it would be funny to do a pack opening. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen the 1 minute, like the less than 1 minute pack openings that people are doing. So I thought it would be really funny to do a pack opening for a short, but flip it on its head in a weird way that people would never expect, just to really surprise them. And I don't want to add too much detail into it for spoilers, because I think that it would be really funny to just kind of surprise everybody with it and see what they think and see what kind of reaction I get. But that's one of the ideas I have, is doing a less than 1 minute. My 3 ideas are one particular video I want to do about my dog, because my dog does this weird thing that I think would be really interesting to catch on camera that would probably be less than a minute long in the first place. Then I want to do a meme video, and I've already kind of picked out some parts that I need to create the meme video, and I just need to have the right kind of video subject material to get the meme video to be just right. And then the third video, like I said, would be a pack opening that's kind of flipped on its head in a way that people would not expect. So I got my creative juices are flowing. I've been kind of planning this out since pretty much this morning when I finally came to terms with it. It was really funny because I planned these out while I was showering about an hour ago. I was just kind of in the shower, and I was like, I hate shorts. I think they're so dumb. And I was like thinking about what Cinder was telling me, and I was like, well, you know, shorts are really not that bad, and like, I could probably, you know, utilize it in a way that wouldn't drive me insane, and it could be a different kind of creative outlet. And then I kind of came to terms with it. Like, it's amazing what a good shower can do to you, you know? Like, you can go and take a really nice shower, get all clean and comfy, and then you can just kind of come up with really good ideas and brainstorm. And my shower time is great for coming up with really good ideas, and that's kind of what I did. Was while I was showering, I was coming to terms with the idea of creating shorts and what kind of shorts I would want to make, and realizing that shorts wouldn't ruin, like, my channel. They would just add new kinds of content to the channel, and I could just build upon what I'm already doing on here anyways by adding shorts to them, you know? So I think I'm feeling a little more comfortable with the idea of trying it out. So I think that might be something I'll do in the future. I obviously haven't started doing any of those things yet. I only just came up with them about like an hour or so ago when I decided that I wanted to start doing this. And I've also been working on other content today. I finished editing the next Honey Pot video, which I will be releasing on I'll be releasing it on the Patreon page today, and then I will be releasing it officially on YouTube tomorrow. So that's what I was working on a little bit earlier today, was finishing up the Honey Pot video. And guys, it's a good one. I'm actually really proud of this Honey Pot video. I think it came out really good, so look forward to it. And then I wanted to do a stream, so, because I knew I wasn't going to be releasing the Honey Pot video today, and I knew I wanted to do a stream, and I did a Minecraft stream yesterday, so I decided to do a lounge stream today. And yeah, I don't know, I'm feeling really good, and I'm feeling really content, and I feel like I don't know, like I said, the idea of doing shorts and kind of coming to terms with it and realizing that there's no reason for me to be all butt mad about it, you know, just to utilize it properly and come up with new creative ideas. I think that it'll come out pretty nice. Let's see, Ratherwood says, I used to watch a lot of Channel Federator back in the day. They have animation shorts. I've never heard of that channel, but I might look into it just out of curiosity. Bovalget says, Doggo Surfer would be great. Yeah, he does a few really adorable things that I think would be great to catch on camera and put online. And he's pretty damn cute, to be honest. I think he's napping right now. I would call him over, but I don't want to bother his nap. So, you know. Old school YouTube was 10 minutes max. That's interesting. I actually didn't remember that was a thing that they used to do. That's crazy. Shorts, I like Bermuda personally. Is that a joke? Is that a joke that just went right over my head? I don't know. Bo Falcon says, it would be funny to see cards slide across a table and you'd have to pause it to see what the cards are for pack openings. I got a good one. Trust me. Trust me. For a pack opening, now that doesn't mean that I'm going to be, like I've seen some channels that are just doing less than 1 minute pack openings every single video. That's not my plan. Like I said, I just had one really good idea for one singular short video, and it is a pack opening video. And maybe I'll do more in the future depending on, if I have ideas that kind of build on the one particular type of pack opening I want to do. Or if, like something like that, then maybe I'll do more than the first one. But I really just want to do the first one first, because it's more of the idea that I have for the short that's going to be a pack opening. It's more of, it's not about when I finally make the video and you guys see it, you'll understand what I'm talking about. It's not about actually opening the pack. Like, yes, it's a pack opening, and yes, it's building on the idea of what these less than 1 minute pack opening short video channels are doing, but it's not really truly about opening the pack. And when you guys see the video, you'll understand the crazy, ridiculous idea I have going on in my head. You'll understand when you see it, when I eventually make it. Point is, though, I have to first actually go out and buy a booster pack, which is, I think I might do, I don't think I want to do a Magic pack opening. I think I'll do like a Pokemon pack opening, but, I got some good ideas coming, guys. I got some good ideas down the line for this, so look forward to it. Let's see here. Eat my short, says Ratherwood. No! No, Bart Simpson! No! You can't bug me! You can't bug me! But yeah, so now I'm kind of trying to just get the creative juices going for making short videos. Because, I don't know, like I said, it's kind of like, I also even remember when there used to be Vines and stuff like that. And I even remember seeing some really, really funny Vines back in the day. Like, there were some really good ones that just made me die of laughter. And I want to kind of, like, have that mentality. Like, it's not about, like, because my brain was stuck on the reason why I was so angry about shorts when I first kind of started getting into it was my brain was so focused on the idea of that it's just some guy who whips out his camera phone and then tapes something that's less than a minute, and no matter what kind of stupid thing it is, and then it just magically gets, like, tons and tons of views. And yeah, that does happen. Sure, like, yes, that does happen. But what I did was I then kind of realized that, like, there were Vines and other things, like TikToks and stuff, where there are people who come up with really, really creative ideas that only last, like, a minute or less. And they're super fun and they're super interesting, and you can tell that, yeah, it's less than a minute, but those people, like, had a really good idea that was genuinely entertaining and genuinely interesting to watch, and that's much more than just some jerk whipping out his phone and taking a video of something. And I mean, I guess I shouldn't say the word jerk. I mean, because I know that I have, good friends of mine that are making shorts by just whipping out their phone and videotaping something, and that works for them. That's cool. I'm not mad about that. It's, I shouldn't be mad about it. There's no reason to be mad about it, because what I can concentrate on is the idea that, there's some creativity to be picked at in doing that. And yeah, you know what? Here's what I'll even take back what I said earlier and say it takes a type of creativity to even know when it is the right moment to pull out your phone and videotape something for less than a minute in the first place. So that's my form of giving credit to the people who are doing stuff like that, because I can't be mean or negative about it. I really can't. So, it's that it does really take a particular mindset to be able to do that in the first place, and I think that that's really important. And I need to recognize that that's okay, and maybe it's something that even I can do myself. Like, maybe who knows, maybe I'll run into a situation where I'll get lucky enough to see something really incredible, and I'll be able to whip out my phone and videotape it, and I'll be lucky that it's like a minute long, and I'll post it on YouTube, and there you go. And then who knows how big that could get. So scrutinize other people for it because it could be something that comes into the realm of my own possibility and form of creating videos and things like that. So it's, you know, I just kind of, it's definitely been a real interesting thing to wrap my mind around because, you know, I like the idea of making videos on YouTube and streaming and content creation, and a lot of it is very time consuming, and it was just kind of at first kind of bothering me simply because I was like, you know, oh, these are too quick to like do anything, but that's not really the case, you know, like there's probably a pretty deep level of concentration and thought that goes into it overall, and I need to remember to recognize that. You know, I can't get upset about that kind of stuff. See, how have you been doing, says DLG. I'm doing great. I'm actually, like I said, I'm actually in a pretty good mood right now, simply because, like, whenever I run into something that's upsetting me, and then I kind of think about it and realize that there's no reason for me to be upset about it, like, and I kind of even figure out how I want to utilize it or make it something that's better in my life, that usually puts me in a really good mood. So I'm actually in a pretty good mood for that. Let's see here. You have your grungy video? Is that less than a minute? Are you talking about the one where I do the wedgie? Is that less than a minute long? I don't think that counts as a short, does it? I don't think so. Let me see here. Because the thing is it's, so when you make a short, there's a lot of requirements that make it so that it has to be a short. You can't just have a random video that's less than a minute long and just be like, there's my short. Like, it actually requires like a very specific type of format. It has to be uploaded in a certain way. It has to be labeled in a certain way. There's a lot of things that go on with it. Let's see here. Oh wow, it's 17 seconds. I had no idea that it was only a 17-second video. That's crazy. Okay. Cool. I legitimately didn't think that it was less than a minute long. I, for some reason, thought it was longer than that. Wow, that video is only 17 seconds long. That is crazy. It's also got a pretty good amount of views on it, but that's like more than 10 years worth of views right there, so it doesn't really totally count. Let's see here. Bermuda shorts, also known as walk shorts or dress shorts, are a particular type of short trousers worn as semi-casual attire by both men and women. Well, there you go, Bo Falcon, coming in with the facts. Thank you, buddy, and glad to have you in here, homie. James P says, or is that Dez? I don't know. Maybe. DLG says, hey, jerk, you used to be an honored name that you called the person serving you at the soda. Oh, yeah, like a soda jerk. Give the word some respect. Okay, I'm sorry. To all of the many, many soda jerks that we have out in the world currently, I humbly and greatly apologize to all the wonderful soda jerks out there. Thank you for jerking my soda. Let's see. Bo Valgan says, if you think about it, it is kind of like making a commercial. That's true. It's true, because a lot of commercials have to be less than a minute long, where they had to find a way to catch the interest of potential customers to buy their product in under a minute. It takes a lot more time to get everything together than the final product. You know what, Bo Falcon? That is actually a really wonderful way of explaining it, and also a wonderful way of showing me even further that I need to properly respect, you know, shorts and their creators and all of that stuff, because it's important business, you know, like, and I want to be a part of it too. Like, that's kind of what I came to terms with, is that, you know, like, it's not just that I need to properly give those people the, you know, creative respect that those people deserve, but also I want to be a part of it too. So it's like, I can't hate on something and utilize it, because, I mean, I'm sure I could if I wanted to, but that wouldn't make me very comfortable in my own skin, you know? I would much prefer to kindly respect those people for the hard work that they're clearly doing, because it does, like Bo Falcon's saying, it takes a form of creativity and knowledge to be able to do something like that and succeed at it. And on top of that, like, I want to do it. I want to be a part of it too. Hey, what's up, G? Glad to have you in here, dude. Thanks for coming in. The wedgie video, yeah, says James P. Okay, Yeah, that video, it's interesting. That video has been around for, that's the first video I ever posted. And it's actually funny, G Gamers, who's in the chat log, he was the one recording that video. I'm the one doing the wedgie. G Gamer is the one who's actually holding the camera and recording me doing the wedgie. This is so funny. But yeah, the thing is though, is that video I don't think will ever be able to count as a short because it's like wrong format, it's way old, doesn't fit into it. Like I will be having to completely change how I do video creation for the purpose of, you know, doing shorts and things like that. So it'll be really interesting, and I'm actually very excited to kind of get into it and learn more about it and check it out. Hey, what's up, G? I said hi to you. I see you, buddy. I see ya. So yeah, so that's something I really want to do, and like I said, I've got a few really good ideas for it, and I'm kind of excited to really jump into it. Let's see, for the pack opening video, the problem with that one is I'd have to go out and actually buy a pack, and I feel a little reluctant to go and buy packs of cards because I'm not exactly in the most comfortable position with money at the moment. But if I was kind of telling myself that I could probably justify it if I count it as like a channel expense. You know what I mean? So if I can be comfortable with the idea that it's an expense for the channel, then I think I might be a little more comfortable with the idea of going out and buying like a pack for a short video or something like that. That was our old band, the Penguin Soldiers. Yes, it was. It definitely was, my friend. James P says, my first YouTube video was my cat riding a Roomba. That's a pretty good start to a YouTube channel, if I do say so myself. So yeah, I'm thinking that if I want to go do the Pokemon pack short, I might go and buy a pack at the expense of the channel, and that might be okay. The other video involving my dog is just me simply waiting for him to do what he does naturally. So he does this really cute thing every once in a while that that I would love to catch on video, but the thing is that like he usually does it without me expecting him to do it. So like I just have to wait for the right opportune moment when he goes and does it, and then I'll whip out my phone and, you know, videotape it or whatever. So we'll see how that one works out. The third video is going to be a little more complicated. So what I did was I actually downloaded on my phone a video editor for my phone. So like I can capture video on my phone and then open up the application that's a video editor and then edit the phone footage on my phone so that I can... Hey, Bo Falcon! What's up, brother? Thank you! Oh my goodness, thank you so much for the wonderful donation. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you for the $10, you sexy, sexy Bo Falcon man. You know what? I greatly appreciate that, and I'm going to use that money specifically to go out and buy the pack so that I can go and make that video for you guys. So thank you so much, Bo Falcon. I really appreciate that. You're such a good person. I appreciate it, man. And I appreciate all the people who support me. All of you guys are so wonderful to me. Thank you. You guys rock, man. I don't know what I'd do without you guys. Like, my core group of people who come in and hang out and you know, my Patreon members, my wonderful donators, my viewers, my subscribers. Like, you guys are my overall core audience, and honestly, the amazing amount of overwhelming support that you guys give me is why I keep doing this, like, all the time. Like, I just can't give up. Because, like, it's the knowledge that I can create something, and I know that I have a core group of people who enjoy what I'm doing. They want to enjoy the material that I'm creating, and that makes me want to not stop. And so, I don't know what I'd do without you guys, and I greatly appreciate that. So, thank you so much. Thank you. Let's see here. DLG says your dog walks around and dusts everything for you. That's a good doggo. He dusts everything. No, I mean, he's got this, so, I mean, he has a few weird tendencies about him that are pretty adorable. So, sadly, he's got a limp. So, my pupper, he's a rescue dog, so I adopted him as a rescue dog, and apparently as a young puppy, he sustained a really serious leg injury. And because of that leg injury, he sustained a leg injury as a young puppy, and then he survived it, and it kind of healed naturally without the attention of like a veterinarian or anything like that. So because of that, he has this weird limp to him where sometimes he either limps on it or he chooses to not use the leg at all. So usually what he'll do is when he's like running or walking really quickly, he'll lift his limpy leg up just a little bit off the ground so that he can run on 3 legs really quickly. So, you know, and he's surprisingly fine with it. I actually took him to the vet a long time ago, shortly after I adopted him, and you know, the veterinarian took an X-ray of him, and kind of looked it over and studied the damage and the healing and all that. And he basically told me, he said, we could operate on it, but he basically explained, he's like, first of all, if we were to operate on it, it would be extremely expensive. And he said, second of all, if we operated on it, there's a very likely chance that we will be making it worse. He said, because it's had so much time over the many years that he's been alive to heal up in the way that it has, that it's like trying to take something that doesn't need to be fixed and trying to fix it and then possibly breaking it again, you know? So overall, the vet looked it over and they said, honestly, we don't suggest doing anything with his limp leg. Just leave it be. He's totally fine. He works just fine with it. It's not slowing him down. It's not causing him any problems. It's not harming him. So we're just going to let it be. And we highly suggest that you don't act on trying to operate on it or anything like that. And I was like, that's good enough for me. So yeah, he kind of has that little limp, and it's kind of cute, and I get asked about it all the time because there are a lot of people who see me walking my pup, and they automatically there's quite a few people who've stopped me and then be like, hey, like, I think your dog is damaged. I think your dog is hurt. Maybe you should go take him to a vet. And then I have to tell them the whole story about why my dog is that way and how there's nothing I can do about it and there's no point in doing anything about it. So I just want to leave it be. But usually people feel a lot better about it after I kind of explain to them the whole story. Maz says, hey Maz, good to see you, girlfriend. Glad to have you in here. Maz says, hey, saw you streaming, got a notification while playing Pokemon Go and rushed home to see the spicy Hobbs. Why, thank you, Maz. Man, you guys are so nice to me today. Maz is sprinting home just to come home and see me stream. That's so nice. Girl, you're so nice to me. Gee whiz, Maz. You're gonna make me blush. Let's see here. DLG says, seriously, you help me feel human and like I'm part of a caring society. Thank you for being yourself. Aww. DLG. You're so nice. You guys, oh my god. Guys, you're gonna make me blush. You're gonna make me all red today. You guys are so good to me. Oh my god. Stop it. I love you guys too. You guys are so nice and I care about you guys, and this is why I can't stop making content, because I have all of these great people who care about me and come into my channel and hang out with me and want to see my content and just spend time with me. You guys are so good to me. And I'm not even like, you know, like, I'm serious. Stop it. You guys are so kind. Oh man. Jeez Louise. Alright, DLG says, hi to Maz. How is the P.O. going? P.O. going? Pog? Pogoing? Pogging. She was pogging. She was pogging all the way through all of her PK mans. Caught a Thundurus with my group. You just make it sound like has Pokemon Go just kind of turned into, like, all the rares all the time? Like, I never hear about anybody collecting all the monsters anymore. It's just, I got this rare and this rare and this rare. And it's like, are they just out there all the time? Like, is that just a thing? Okay. DLG says, group hug! Hugs all the chat and Hobbs. Aw, DLG, you're so nice. P.O.Box says, we're playing real life Honey Pop. Gotta give Hobbs the honey. Give me your seeds, girl. Give me those fruits. Nom, 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 nom. All the fruits popping out of their chest, I shall absorb all of them and spend them on gifts for more ladies. Oh man! By the way, guys, when I release the new episode of Honey Pop tomorrow, you guys have to go check it out. It's actually, I think it's a good one. I think I did really good with it, so I think you guys are really gonna enjoy it. Oh goodness gracious! So, I also wanted to kind of talk about something else too, because I did have another, other than talking about the shorts, which I am really excited to get into, and I might go and try to get into that today, maybe. So, the other thing I wanted to talk about was something that kind of came up in yesterday's Minecraft stream. I am looking to kind of sell off some of my magic cards. I really do. And it's just because, hey, random dude, glad to have you in here. What is considered short in range? Do you mean like what is the rules to making a short, or are you referencing something else here? Short in range? Oh, okay, random dude retracted it. Okay, it's fine, dude. You figured it out. It's all good. So, let's see. Speaking of Pokemon cards, some just got delivered. Okay, that's cool. To you? That's neat. So, okay. Yeah, so I'm looking into trying to sell some of my magic cards, and that was something that I wanted to talk about a little bit, because I figured this would probably be, like, the perfect place to really kind of chat about it a bit more, because I can actually show the cards on screen and kind of talk a little bit more about it. And also I kind of like the idea that Rebecca gave me yesterday, which her idea was to set up something like an auction where I could auction off some of the cards. And I think that would be really good, because that would allow me to kind of set a reasonable price range for all the cards, as well as have people kind of have bidding wars on it, which I think might be kind of fun and interesting to do. I'm not 100% sure how you guys feel about it, though. Like, would you guys actually be interested in trying to participate in some auctions? Because if so, I have some stuff that I can show off. So first of all, one of the things that really caught my attention that I thought might be kind of interesting to kind of auction off or sell off or whatever is, so I have 2 Alesh Norn Grand Cenobites. I have one that's in my cube, and I have this spare one. So, the one Alesh Norn that I have that's in my cube, which I don't plan on getting rid of, was sent to me as a fan submission, which means I will not be selling it. I will not be getting rid of it. It's special to me. So, that Alesh Norn is in my cube, and it's also a new Phyrexian copy, which is something I really care about, because new Phyrexia is my jam. So that Alesh Norn is not up for grabs, but this one is an Alesh Norn that I actually cracked in a booster pack during Iconic Masters. So this one I'm actually not uncomfortable with parting with. So I was thinking that right off the bat, this might be an interesting card that could be up for grabs if I were to do a magic card auction for you guys. So if you guys are interested in trying to get your hands on an Iconic Masters Alesh Norn, which I cracked myself, then let me know. I've kind of felt like that might be one of the really kind of special pieces to kind of part with that might do pretty good to get me some spare cash. So the other thing that I have here is, this is a very special pack of cards right here. So a while ago, I was doing a large collection of alterations. And I originally painted these alterations with the intention of selling them off either in a group or as individual cards. And I thought that maybe this might be the best opportunity to kind of auction them off and sell them off to people who might be interested in them. So this one I'm not a fan of, so I'm going to throw it off to the side because I don't like it. So I have a few different ones here. These are all kind of extended bordered extended art alterations. So I have a extended art elusive Spellfist, just like that. Kind of cool, kind of rad. I have a extended art murder. It's a little dark, it's kind of hard to see, but it's definitely extended out there. I have this one's really nice. I spent a lot of time working on this one, and I think this one would probably do pretty well. This is a extended art winged Codal. There you go. Very beautiful. Put a lot of work into it. Very, very pretty. Let's see what else we got here. I have this one's kind of cool. So this one is a extended art Kiln Fiend. There you go. Put some pretty good amount of work into that one as well, if you guys were kind of curious about it or interested in it. This one is actually a favorite of mine, and I debated on whether or not I actually wanted to put it up for auction if I were to like sell it off or do an auction or anything like that. So, because this one I spent a lot of time working on. In fact, actually, I think I did it in a stream if I remember correctly. This is the extended art Kami of False Hope. And it is very, very detailed on all sides, as you guys can probably see. Like, there's the spirits on one side, the humans on the other side, the mixture of the Kami blood and the human blood down at the bottom. There was a lot of work put into this one, so this is one that I'd probably be willing to part with for auction purposes if you guys were really interested in doing so. And what else do we have here? I also have a extended Strength in Numbers. There you go. That's from Time Spiral, the original Time Spiral set. There you go. Strength in Numbers. I like this one a lot too. Like I said, like some of these I got really, really detailed with, and this is definitely one of them where I was kind of really trying to focus on the dying trees and the fungus and the rocks and things like that. So it looks pretty good. And I have let's see. Like I said, all of these I think I'm probably going to be putting up for auction if you guys were interested. This is a Burst Lightning. It's kind of got lightning all on the sides and things like that coming out from all directions. There you go. That's from Zendikar. Burst Lightning is a pretty good card. I actually like this one quite a bit, so it's like a better shock. And let's see here. I have this Minimo Sightbender, which also took a lot of time and a lot of work. A lot of valiant effort, if I do say so myself. Looks very pretty. And what do we got here? We got a Stonewright. This guy's so cool. This guy is so rad. There's a Stonewright. Extended art. Stonewright. Bam! Look at that. He is ready for some fighting. He's ready to duke it out. He's going to slug it out with you. It's awesome. And then this one's really cool too. I actually like this one. This one I don't think took me a ton of work, but it was really fun to do because it ended up being really pretty. This is a extended art Azorius Charm. There you go. Pretty simple, but looks really, really nice. Gets the idea across pretty well, if I do say so myself. It's very pretty. Lots of shades of blue. Looks very nice. And I think this is the last one. This is a extended art Strangleroot Geist. There you go. And mind you guys, I want to remind you, these are all hand-painted by me. I painted every single last one of these. And this one is really nice. I actually really like up here on the side, the forestry and the leaves and the branches and all that stuff. They're looking pretty awesome. I'm pretty proud of the Strangleroot Geist. I actually really like this card a lot. This is a really, really powerful green uncommon card. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right. And I'll show a few more. Like I said, there are a whole collection of different kinds of cards that I am actually very interested in probably selling off. Like I want to sell off some of my altar cards, but I also want to sell off some of my regular cards. Like I was kind of teasing you guys a little bit. I have the Alesh Norn, which will probably be one of the ones that I'm willing to auction off that is like one of the more higher priced, nicer quality cards, and it's not, you know, altered in any way or anything like that. I don't know if you guys would be interested in this one, but this is another one that I'm thinking about giving up as well. This is a foil pre-release Siege Rhino, and I actually have another Siege Rhino, which is why I'm okay with parting with this guy, because I don't really need very many Siege Rhinos, I guess. I mean, I guess it is kind of cool having a couple of them if I really wanted, but, you know, it's not that big of a deal. Ooh, look, you can kind of see the foiling there. Yeah. And I'll kind of go through some more cards in a little while. Let me kind of look around here. DLG saying to Maz that I always ask for consent. You are married and your husband is probably watching. I ain't no fool. Let's see here. That's the one, Dibs. Which one is Shed? Which one are you interested in? You like them? Yeah, they're all pretty nice. I put a lot of work into them, and they were originally... It's actually funny, at one point, I actually intended to sell them all as a set. Like, I was actually going to put a final stable price on the whole collection of them, and then sell them off to, like, the highest price for that purpose. But I think it would be a lot more interesting to kind of sell them off as individual pieces for auctioning. Hobbs, do you take blood sacrifices for the cards? No, sorry. Right now I gotta be a cash-only kind of boy. It's just that I'm kind of a little tight for cash right now, and I'm kind of looking for some different ways to kind of make some money. And I thought that a really cool way would be to sell off some of my cards, because as you guys have probably noticed that I've talked about a few times, I am not really much of a person who's trying to buy Magic cards right now. I'm like, or more so than that, I've essentially stopped playing Magic. I've stopped playing Magic, and I've also I've essentially stopped playing Magic, and I am not really buying cards right now, and I'm kind of tight on cash. So I'm kind of interested in downsizing my overall Magic card collection and making some money on the side in the process. So I thought that would be kind of a good idea. And I've held on to these altar cards, and I do know that, you know, people have a pretty big interest in quite a few of them. So I thought that might be kind of a good way to make a little bit of extra cash, because it would really help me out. So I also have here, this whole thing is not for sale, okay? But I'm just going to show it on camera because we're going to go through it. We're going to go through it and talk about some stuff. This is my entire collector's card album, which has pretty much all of my favorite Magic cards in them. And I thought it would be kind of fun for me to just kind of flip through it and pull some cards out and see if anybody is interested in trying to acquire any of them for any specific prices. So, let's see. Maz says that's like a Vampirous MasterCard is blood. No, I don't take blood donations. I'm sorry, Maz. Your queen of the damned patronage is not gonna help me here. Shed says a few actually, but the kami most of all. Oh yeah, the kami's a sweet dish, and the thing is too about it is I don't have very many kamis of False Hope, and they're also just really. It's a really strong card. Like it's a very, very powerful card overall. And a lot of time and effort went into this guy, for sure. So, I'm pulling him out again. He is quite the beauty, for sure. I do remember painting him in a stream quite some time ago. There he is right there. Let me kind of bring him in nice and close. It's a little... trying to be as careful as I possibly can. I should probably put these in the goddamn sleeve. But, there he is. The Kami of False Hope. In all of its glory, and it's got the different colored blood and the pool of blood and the kami. The best part about the artwork is the kami war happening in the background, because on this side you can see the kamis coming in from the backside, and then on the opposite side these are where all the mortals are, and they're all kind of like right in the middle of battle, and the kami of False Hope is standing in the middle of the war zone in a gigantic pool of blood, just like trying to stop the commies and mortals from trying to kill each other. It's very cool. It's very cool. Very proud of that one. I definitely put a lot of work into it. Let's see here. G says, I've been using Mercari to sell some of my old Pokemon cards. Also, my bro has been selling his MTG cards via Facebook Marketplace. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I don't really know how to go about selling this stuff, but I figured that, you know, this might be a good place to kind of advertise what the stuff I have available. And maybe, like, because I mean, I'll probably do a lot of, like, I was recommended, I should say, to try and do most of my transactions through PayPal, which obviously I have available, and people can donate to it, but also I can just do regular old business transactions through it as well if I wanted. So that might be something I'll try to do. Your boy Lettuce says, can we talk about Moist? We could! That could be an option. That might be something relevant in the future. Who knows? You never know. I'm kind of just putting the cards, the altered cards, back in the pack here. Okay. So I'm kind of flipping through my binder. I don't right off the bat see anything that immediately grabs my attention that could be worth auctioning off. I don't know. I haven't really looked at Magic prices in quite some time, so it's definitely been quite a while. I might even be willing to paint some of these cards up just to kind of sell them as alters rather than sell them as just regular old cards in general. So I'm not really totally sure yet. Let's see here. G says, I guess he's had success there. Just some ideas for you? Okay. I guess I could try something like that. It does seem like, I think I have heard of people kind of utilizing Facebook more and more, especially like the marketplace and stuff like that to kind of sell off cards. That might be a pretty good idea. Let's see. Depends on the blood, really? What? What are you talking about? Lettuce, what are you talking about? TCG player for prices, then post and list. I use Troll and Toad for prices because... Okay. Because when I'm in Hobbs stream, I get Moist. That's hot. That's how. That's how. So, I have... See, I think a lot of these cards don't do too well. Like, I think they're not exactly worth very much money. I guess I have I've always kind of wanted... I have a Gitaxian Probe that I think would be kind of cool to kind of alter at some point. Maybe a Mental Misstep would be... I have some cards in here that I'm now thinking I should alter instead of just simply... Ooh! I think Fabricate goes for a lot of money, doesn't it? I have a Fabricate here. Check that out. Fabricate! Seems pretty good. I don't know. Let's see here. DLG says, at least Maz didn't ask about the other sacrifice trope. Ugh. Stop it! Stop it! Ashad says, ensure alters are commander playable for best results. Ensure alters are commander playable for best results? I don't know what you mean by that. Hey, what's up, Stay Play? How you doing? I want an Avacyn of Hope alter. Okay. I mean, so I do actually still take on, like, you know, I still do, you know, requests for things like that. And the thing is when I usually do stuff like that, it's a lot of the time, it's, like, so, like, my alters for extended art, like these guys, are basically, like, $50 a piece for, like, a requested one. And usually what I do is I will also, it'll be $50 and then the fee for if I have to purchase the card. So, like, some people, what they like to do is instead of paying for the fee of, you know, buying, like, me buying a new card for them, usually what they'll do is they'll mail me out a card that they have of what they want altered, and then I kind of, like, receive it in the mail, and then I paint it up, and then I mail it back to them. So that's kind of how I do that. Or unless you want me to buy the card and then you can just tack on the price of the card to the overall price of the altar as well. So I do that stuff as well. Ashed says, I mean cards that show up frequently in EDH are more likely to sell as alters since tournament legality is less of an issue. Oh, okay. That's kind of cool. Show up frequently in EDH. Oh, alright. since tournament legality is less of an issue. That makes sense, yeah. Well, I mean, these are definitely, like, applicable for, you know, utilizing an EDH. That's totally fine. Commander has a wide audience. Okay. $75 US is almost $100 before shipping. Woof! Wow, that's... You're talking about the Avacyn of Hope? Yeah, that's a little wild. Well, I mean, because I'm not really in a position to be able to dish out... Like, even if I were to do an altar, I'm not really in a position to be able to dish out $100 just to buy a card so I can alter it and then get that money back. That's a little tough on me at the moment. Ooh, I have, like, a really old-school Wonder. I have, like, from, what's it called, Judgment? Check that out. I mean, I don't think it's worth anything much, but it's still an original print of Wonder, which is kind of cool. I always thought Wonder was a really cool card. Oh, and I have Propaganda in here as well. That's kind of cool. What else do we have? I have a lot of really good blue cards, actually. A lot of them I don't use simply because... don't want to use blue. Oh, this would be a cool card to alter, you guys. I've always wanted to alter one of these cards. An old school Power Sink. How cool would that be as an alter? Like, I like the idea. I think it would be really funny if I were to paint over it and there would be like bottles of mustard in on the sides squirting mustard at the guy. That'd be really cool. A Power Sink mustard. Delicious. $25 to $30 in the US, $50 for the alteration. Ah, I see. Yeah, I mean, oof. It's tough wanting to do stuff like that. It's like, because I can't really keep up with Magic anymore. It's just too expensive for me at this point, and I have more important things going on with my money. But I mean, you know, like, painting cards and selling them, that's pretty cool. I'm okay with that, always. I don't know if anybody cares about this, but I do have the Future Sight Narcomoeba. There it is, Future Sight Narcomoeba. I always really liked the Future Sight borders. I thought they were really cool. And I think it kind of sucks that they reprinted some of the Future Sight cards without the Future Sight borders for the Time Spiral Remastered. I think that's kind of lame. Next time Hobbs will use mustard! Yes, for the Power Sink. That'd be pretty cool, I think. Let's see. Asks Hobbs for an altar, sends a tropical island in the mail. Oh, boy. I would be afraid to alter a tropical island, dude. I would be so nervous about handling the card and painting it. Like, I would be like, like, it... The thing is, with stuff like that, it's like, you know... Like, I think that overall altars go for like, if you have like a tropical island, I think that the moment, even if you have a really great, amazing altar artist painting over the tropical island, I would still think that the value of the card would go down once you painted it up. That would be crazy. Yeah, no, that would be intense, DLG. I don't know if I could paint a tropical island. I would feel I would, like... I would be so nervous. Like, I would be so nervous about painting a tropical island. That would be ridiculous. A Frost Titan altered to wear a UPS shirt with his truck on the bridge. That'd be kind of cool. I actually have never owned a Frost Titan. I don't even know what it looks like. Let's see. What would be other interesting cards to paint here? I have a Trinket Mage, which would be kind of cool to paint, I think. Or even just to auction off. I'm not sure how people feel about that. I don't actually know if Heartless Summoning Gut is something that would sell well. Oh, I have a few copies of it. I didn't realize I had a few copies of it. I got these Heartless Summonings. I got like 2 or 3 of them, I think. Which are pretty good, I guess. But I don't know if they sell well or not. That's kind of a weird concept. I have a Nyxathid. How many of those do I have? I think I have like 2 or 3 of them. Definitely 2 of them. Little Nyxathid. There you go. Stay in Place says it would definitely cost way too much in tariffs to send you my copy of Avacyn and then have it sent back. Yeah, it's a little rough. I mean, you know, like I said, like, you know, I've done other kinds of altars too. So, like, for example, if there was like a cheap staple card that you know, you'd be interested in having altered that, you know, wouldn't be a crazy expensive card, but it's like for example, like here's an example. I painted, and a shed can attest to this. I painted for Rebecca a Dark Ritual back in the day, and she has that in her commander deck. In fact, actually, let me go ahead and bring up my Deviant Art page where I kind of talk about, where I kind of show off all my altars and stuff like that so that people can kind of look them over. Here we go. And there we go. All right, so go ahead and check out that link. So that is the page that kind of shows off my gallery of different kinds of altars that I've done throughout time. And so, like, I painted a Dark Ritual for Rebecca, and that was something that she wanted special for her commander deck at the time. And so she has that in there, and as far as I know, she probably still plays with it. So, like, that's an example of, like, if there was a card that is really important in your commander deck, like I said, like a Dark Ritual, but it's not like a crazy expensive card, it's just a really important card in the deck, and you wouldn't be, you know, worried about, you know, having a crazy expensive card that is, you know, changed by painting or whatever, then that might be an option as well that you could possibly look into if you were interested in doing so. So, and like I said, you guys can always contact me on my Discord, and we can start private discussions about doing, you know, alterations or stuff like that. Hey, what's up, Cindy? Glad to have you in here, buddy. Thanks for joining me, homie. I was actually talking about earlier, I was talking about how you kind of, like, our conversation earlier about shorts kind of has inspired me to go and make some shorts, so I have some ideas for shorts that I want to do. Shed says, Hobbs, I still have your note. I'm hanging on the wall. Oh, I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I think I sent you the... Didn't I send you an island as well? Because I think that Miss Rebecca, she not only got the Dark Ritual, but she also ordered one of my altered islands for you as well, if I remember correctly. And Bo Falcon's bringing up the Ma Mari Jin I did for him. That's right. I did that as a special gift to my very good friend, Mr. Bo Falcon, because... he, there was a time where he gave me a wonderful donation because I was in dire straits when he donated it to me, and it was very kind, and I was very appreciative of it, and I wanted to pay him back in a special way, so I painted a Ma Mari Jin just for Bo Falcon, special for him, just as a form of appreciation for the incredible donations that he's given me, so that's definitely something I did. But yeah, I definitely, ooh, these might be fun to paint. I have 3 of the Hymn to Turax. So, like, I have the different Hymn to Turax, the one that's like the jacuzzi, the wizard one, and the guys sitting at the table. The one where the guys are sitting at the table has always been my favorite of all the Hymn to Turax. Those would be really fun to paint as well. I've also always wanted to paint a Tackle Maggot, which is a card I'm looking at over here. That would be really fun. Let's see, my wife is now looking at altars, FYI. Yeah! Are you looking at the DeviantArt link? I greatly appreciate it if you guys are interested in those. Yeah, but go ahead and take a look around and let me know what you guys think. I will also, you know what? I should just, instead of flipping through this binder, I'm going to go ahead and flip all the way to the back and kind of look at because in the back I have all of my altar cards. Well, not all of them, but a large amount of them. And those would probably be, ooh, I'm looking at a chromatic sphere. I've always wanted to paint a chromatic sphere. That'd be really cool. But I do have my altered cards in the back of the binder, so I'm going to kind of pull out that page, and we'll kind of look over them a little bit and talk about them. Because I think I'd be definitely willing to sell off or auction off some of these altered cards that I've done here. So, oh man, I forgot how many I've done. let's see. That one's a little tough. Like, some of them are kind of tough for me to part with because they're special to me. But let's see here. Mostly for personal reasons, but I have... This is kind of a cool card that I'd be willing to part with. Let me kind of carefully pull it out here. This one is one that I really like, but I'd also, even though I really like it, I would totally be comfortable with parting with it. So this here is a... Let me make sure that I can see what I'm doing here. Hold on a second, guys. There we go. So this here is a altered Elvish Visionary. And as you can kind of see, it's the way that I did it was, so for anybody who doesn't know, Elvish Visionary is a 2-mana 1/1 elf that allows you to, when it comes into play, it draws a card. And the thing is that when I altered this card, my overall view of it was that, you know, when people see Elvish Visionary, there's not really a reason to need to know what it does. It draws you a card, you know, and that's pretty simple. Like, you don't really need any complex rules text to understand that. So I actually altered this card so that you can see the Elvish Visionary kind of in the art. I also made it so that its sleeve kind of like comes over the border of the text box. And I went ahead and painted out the words that say draw a card, but I kept the flavor text and I made it so that it was on a scroll. And the overall concept of it is that when you're drawing the card, that is the scroll in the artwork. So the scroll in the artwork is supposed to be the magical card drawing and the gaining of knowledge for the artwork. So this is definitely one that I would be totally okay with selling off. I've had that one for quite some time too. And let's see here. I also have, I don't know if, I think that this is relatively a popular card in Commander, I would believe. So I have here a, this is another one that I'd be okay with parting with. This here is a Breath of Malfagor. As you guys can kind of see here, I'm trying my best to hold it up without really touching it too much. So, Breath of Malfagor. I don't know if you guys can see that too well or not. There we go. Kind of like trying to hold it by the text box. I mean, not the text box, but the artwork, which is not really touching the paint or anything like that. So that is a Breath of Malfagor, and you can see that his fiery breath is extending out from the side over here, and then it flings out along the bottom, and it's roasting some people alive in the bottom of the text box. And you can also still read what it says: Breath of Malfagor deals 5 damage to each opponent. So, and if I remember correctly, that is actually a pretty popular card for Elder Dragon High, or I should say Commander, because it hits all opponents, you know? So people usually like that one pretty good. Let's see here. You're right, Becca still has your Dark Ritual in her deck, and she adores that card. That's super cool, man. I really like that she... And the thing is, too, is that Dark Ritual, it came out so beautiful. I was actually really proud of that piece. I put a lot of work into it. And I was like, when I finished it, I was like, oh, man, it looks so good. It looks so good! So I'm really glad that she really likes that a lot. That's awesome. Cindy says, I just sent her the link. She is legit looking to start doing alters. Yeah, alteration is actually really fun. And it's like, I actually think that altering magic cards is a lot of fun. And it's a great way to teach yourself painting and things like that. So, let's see. Oh, here's another one that I'd be willing to probably part with. Here, check this one out. This one's really nice. This is actually one of my earlier ones, actually. This was one of the ones I did about maybe a few months after I had started learning how to do alterations. So this is a mountain. That's a fully altered mountain, and I love it because it's got that beautiful pink sky and the snowy mountains. So this is another one that I'd be willing to part with and auction off or sell off or anything like that. So, yeah. Pretty proud of that one, to be honest. Very, very pretty. And I actually do have a few different lands and things like that. Let's see here. Here's another mountain, actually. This is another one that I really like, and I would also be okay with auctioning off this one as well. This one is much nicer. The shading is a lot more detailed and careful. There you go. It's got the little the setting sun up in that corner over there, and it's got all the stars and the snow and the clouds and things like that. It's really pretty. Really like this one a lot too. So, like I said, let me know if you guys are interested in trying to get your hands on any of these. Let's see here. This is another one that is pretty interesting. I don't know how people feel about this card, but I think it's pretty rad. So this is a Death's Head Buzzard. I always thought this was a really cool card, so I painted this one. There you go. Death's Head Buzzard. It's actually got some pretty good utility to it. I always thought it was a really cool card, but I don't actually know if people are a fan of Death's Head Buzzard or not, but I sure as hell like it, and it was a lot of fun to paint for me, so that's good enough for me in anyways. Let's see here. Deathmask Nezumi needs a stylized flame background singeing his fur and a jagged word bubble yelling, "I smell delicious!" That's a Borderlands reference. That's pretty cool. I like that. I don't think I know that card, actually. Deathmask Nezumi? Doesn't immediately sound familiar to me. Let me look it up really quick. Here. Oh god, my keyboard is way the hell over here. There it is. Okay. Let's see what this is. Deathmask Nezumi. Oh, now I get it, because he is in the flames, and he's got that crazy look on his face. That's awesome! 3 mana, 2/2. As long as you have 7 or more cards in hand, Deathmask Nezumi gets +2 and +1 and has fear. That's a cool looking card. That would actually be pretty fun to paint because of how ridiculous he looks. I smell delicious! I love it. That's so good. I'm immediately a fan. I'm immediately a fan. Oh, here's another one that you guys might kind of like. If you guys are more into swamps, maybe? Check this one out. Oop. Okay, let me kind of make sure I have a good angle on it. There we go. There's a swamp for you guys right there. A full extended art swamp. I always like this one. I like how I did the water with the vines and all that. That's a favorite of mine. So yeah, that one would be one that I would definitely be super comfortable with parting with. And I don't know. I feel like this is a good card, but I'm not sure how people would really feel about it. But this one is a Stone Rain, fully altered Stone Rain. And you can see these stones crashing down and exploding the earth and things like that. So I thought that one would be kind of cool as well. And that's another one that I would be totally comfortable with parting with. What else do I have here? Some of these I'm looking at and I'm like, I don't know if they would be that great. This one is a card that I've always wanted to redo. This was one of my earliest cards. This is like within like when I first started painting Magic cards. This was one of the first ones I ever did. I want to say this was maybe my 3rd or 4th card painting. So I kind of wish I could redo it, but this is a fully extended art negate, and as you can see, I drew the man pants. And I kind of went with the idea that the magical energy was kind of coming out of his pants, and I thought that was kind of cool looking at the time. So yeah, that's one that I guess I'd be okay with parting with it. I don't mind that. And I feel like a negate would probably be more likely to be utilized than, say, some of these other cards that I'm looking at. Here's another one that I'd probably be okay with parting with. If I can get it out. There we go. This is a island. There you go. Fully extended art island. Very nice, very nice. If you are a evil, disgusting blue player, then this might be right up your alley. So there you go. Let's see here. Some of them I'm also not super comfortable with because I think they look ugly. So that's also why some of them I won't be showing off because I'm like, ew, that's ugly. What else do we have here? This one might be a good one. I'm not sure how people would feel about this one, but this one is a extended Urza's Mine. There you go. And I went ahead and kind of painted an Antiquities anvil right on the front of it, even though it's an 8th edition Urza's Mine. But I thought it looked kind of cool, and I think it looks nice. So I'd also be willing to part with that one as well, if you guys were interested in it. Let's see here. That's kind of the majority of the ones I have readily available over here. I have some ones that I probably am not super comfortable with parting with. Like, you know, there's always my classic Black Lotus, which I am not willing to part with. There's my Phyrexian, the Phyrexian, what's it called? Yawgmoth's Will. I have a Phyrexian Yawgmoth's Will that is something I would not be willing to part with. But, you know what? You know what? I got a special treat for you guys. How about this? How about this? Now, I mean, this might be something that I'll probably have to make a little bit more expensive because it's very, very special. And originally, I was thinking to myself, I don't think I could part with this, but you know what? I think I could. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. Alright, hold on a second, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm coming back. Here I am. Alright. This one's very special, but I think that, you know what? If it goes to a really good card owner, a really good person who might be in the stream today, and I mean, I might, like I said, I'll probably have to hike up the price a little bit because this is a very special piece that took me a long time to work on. I have here my special altered Phyrexian Swamp. There you go. There it is in all of its grand glory. The Phyrexian Swamp. So I think that I would actually be okay with parting with this one if somebody was interested. Now, it might end up being a little bit more on the expensive side because I put a lot of time and work into it, and it was kind of special to me at the time that I was painting it. I was very passionate about how I was making it and creating it and all that. So if somebody was possibly interested in it with a little bit of a higher price on it, then I think I would probably be comfortable with parting with the Phyrexian Swamp. And that is the writing on the top. That is the Phyrexian writing for Swamp. So if you guys are curious, this might be the big chance to get your hands on it. Who knows? Eh? Let's see here. Let me kind of catch up a little bit. Back for a minute, making supper. Okay, Cindy, it's all good. Ratherwood says, that's a cool mountain. Rebecca, what's up, girlfriend? How you doing? I gush over my Dark Ritual. Besides being one of my favorite cards, that one is my favorite copy. Awesome, awesome. I put a lot of work into that. That was one that I was really, really proud of getting done. And I even sometimes, like, there have been a couple of times where I would go over and flip through my gallery of my gallery on DeviantArt, and I would see that one. I was like, man, that one came out so beautiful. It came out so good. But I'm really glad that you really like it, Rebecca. That was a really nice one, and it was kind of special at the time when I made it. Ratherwood likes the astronomical mountain. Very cool. Shed says, I always liked the buzzard art. Cool, man. I always liked the Death's Head buzzard. I always thought that was a really cool card. I thought it was kind of underappreciated. I always liked the idea that when it dies, it kills other things as well. Like, I always thought that was really cool. Ratherwood says, sweet swamp. Cindy says, his pants are on fire. Are you talking about the what was it, the negate or whatever? That might be what you're talking about. Hey, Noob Gets Even. I don't know if I said hi, but hello. Thank you for being here, buddy. The Yours Is Mine has the portal robot dude. Yep, it definitely does. Watch out, there's a creeper back there. Yeah, he's always sneaking up on me. He's a real creeper. He's a real creeper. I only play blue because my girl Estrid is a lady of culture and my girl Jwara is a lady of science. I love Jwara. Jwara's my bae. Jwara is my special little lady friend. Mostly because I think she's super hot and I like how she's like hyper intelligent. Like, she's my special little lady. And my homies Kianos and Tiro are men of culture and okay, alright. Ratherwood says Hobbs knows Phyrexian. Hell yeah, dude, I love Phyrexian stuff. I think it's so cool. Well, welcome back, Cinder. Glad to have you here. I'm glad you like the negate. Thank you very much. But yeah, so I'm kind of interested in trying to sell off some of these cards, maybe auction them off or something. So, I don't know how to go about it 100%. I was thinking about maybe trying to... I don't know. I don't know if it's something that I could do on YouTube or not. And my also, like, the other thing that I'd be worried about is I don't think I have enough people who are actually interested in them to do a proper auction. So I was wondering if it would just be simpler to just kind of like name some prices and see if people want to go for them or anything like that. So, I mean, I guess I'm kind of sticking to my normal way of doing it, which is that, like, I mean, I have, like, you know, a lot of the land cards will probably be between $40 or $50. And then the extended arts are probably, you know, like $50. And then the full arts are probably $60. So, you're trying to figure out what my camera's focusing on. It's a little blurry. Yeah, it's a little funkalicious sometimes. It looks like it's kind of focused a little bit better. I think it was because I was holding up the cards earlier that it got kind of confused, you know? So when it sees stuff like cards and stuff like that, it gets a little funky-licious, you know? So... But yeah, like I said, if any of you guys are interested in purchasing any of the cards that I've shown off today, go ahead and hit me up in Discord. Go ahead and like send me a private message or something like that, and we can negotiate. And also, like, I'm still willing to do card alters for people as well, like especially if they're, you know, cheaper card alters or things that are not quite so expensive or hard to get my hands on that require me lots of money to purchase. Then that would also be something I'd be interested in. So go ahead and let me know, because I definitely like painting. I definitely kind of have not done it in a while and kind of miss it. So let me know, you guys. Let me know. Hey, Maz, welcome back. Oh, your sis got the vaccine. That's good, girlfriend. That's good. So, I think I've pretty much said my piece about... I mean, I guess I could, like, offer up, like, other cards to sell, I guess. I mean, I don't really know how I feel about that. Because it's just, I feel like a lot of my cards that I have are not necessarily very expensive cards, especially the ones that I'd be most willing to part with. But, you know, I think it would be a lot more fun for me just to kind of do card alters and sell the card alters or auction those off or what have you. You know, I think that would probably be the better option. But I definitely want to remind people I do have these altered cards. I'm very okay with selling them off if you guys are interested in them. I might try to, like, post more pictures in the Discord if you guys wanted to kind of, like, see a library of, or at least a collection of the ones that I definitely would like to sell or something like that. So, like I said, go ahead and let me know if you guys are interested in that. And we'll chit-chat. We'll chit-chat about that stuff. So, yeah. You just kind of put all that stuff away. Putting all the stuff away. All right. But yeah, I kind of want to talk about some other stuff. Let's see here. So I kind of talked about working on shorts. I kind of talked about wanting to sell some of my Magic cards. But to be honest, I definitely have been having a good time making content in general. It's been really good. I've definitely been having a great time with the editor as well. I know that Ashed a while ago sent me a comment or kind of let me know that he thought some of the editing work I was doing recently was really cool, which I'm glad that you guys are kind of appreciating some of the little editing tricks that I'm doing in the Honey Pop videos, because that's something I really wanted to do. I wanted to kind of get better at just editing in general and adding new effects and trying new things, and I've been having so much fun doing it. I've been getting more creative and experimenting, and I've been kind of trying to add in funny little bits here and there using the editing software just to make it a little more entertaining. And yeah, it's just been really good, and I hope you guys are really enjoying that stuff. Let's see. Maz says you can't get over the Jigglypuff? Why? Jigglypuff's awesome. I've had this since I was a small kid. This was something that was given to me when I was very small. I think I was God, I probably got this a little while after I had played my way through red and blue version as a kid. And this was given to me as a gift. I can't remember who gave it to me. It might have just been my parents or something, but had it for a very, very long time. It's basically a beanbag. It's a little beanbag Jigglypuff. And yes, it's adorable, I know. Little Jigglypuff is absolutely, positively adorable and ridiculous. Shorts. He said shorts, take a shot! Shorts, 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 shorts. Everybody! Oh my god. Hey, what's up, Roxas? How you doing, buddy? Glad to have you in here. Thanks for joining us. You just love it so much. Yeah, the little Jigglypuff, she's pretty adorable. She's pretty adorbs. She's adorbs! I actually, a long time ago, I also used to have a little Dratini plush, but it was ripped to shreds by one of my pets when I was a kid, so that little Dratini, I eventually had to throw it away because it was just, its fluff was everywhere. It was torn to shreds, fluff everywhere. It was not a pretty sight. Poor little Dratini. When I was a little kid, Dratini was my favorite Pokemon because I liked the fact that it was a dragon and it was super adorable too, with its little bubble nose. I thought it was super cute. Just came in to say hi, but I gotta go. That's okay, Roxas. It's no worries. Thanks for being here, man. I appreciate it. Ratherwood is snoozing to the Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I definitely have been having super fun doing the videos, and I've been trying to make this great effort to put more into it. I'm having a lot more fun. I've been purposely trying to slide more editing jokes in the sense of, when I'm, recording, I'll, make references or say things that encourage the idea of putting in more edits and stuff, just to kind of, it's not only to be funny, but also to kind of, push the envelope on me, learning more about editing. I'm forcing myself to do it. So, for example, in the last Honey Pop episode, I did a flashback scene, and I knew that I wanted to, do that after I had recorded the video. Because, it kind of took some brainstorming before I figured out what I wanted to do for the flashback. But I knew that, I had, in that episode, named off something that I thought was weird, and then later in the episode realized what that weird thing was for. And so I was when I finished the video, I was oh my god, this is so perfect for putting in a flashback scene if I can just edit it in right. So, because of doing things like that, I've been purposely trying to find moments when I'm recording my videos that will, where I make a joke or I say something that require me to edit in more things just to make it a little more interesting and spicy. So I've been having so much fun with that. It's so cool. I was even talking to my dad about doing editorial work yesterday, and he sounded kind of impressed with, I don't think he's actually seen the Honey Pop videos yet, but I was definitely telling him about it, and I was trying to tell him, like, you should go and watch them. Like, I've been working really hard on them, and I think they're coming out really good, and I think you'll be impressed with all the editing stuff I've been doing. So I was really excited when I was talking to my dad. I was talking to him last night about it, and I just got really excited trying to get him to go and watch the videos. Hey, what's up, Dirty Dan? How you doing, brother? I don't think I've seen you around here in a while. Thank you for coming in and hanging out. I greatly appreciate it, bro. Glad to have the Dirty Dan in here. Maz says Mew's my favorite Pokemon of all time. I love Mew. Hold on. Speaking of Mew, I'm getting up and doing things. I'm getting up and getting about and doing the things. Let me show you guys some stuff. I feel like this is like my show and tell episode today, where I'm kind of like pulling all sorts of different things and showing them off and being like, look how cool I am. Look at the cool things I have. So, I feel like if you like Mew, you'll probably appreciate this. Yeah. So I think I told you guys, like, I do, like, doodling and art and stuff like that. So, here, check this out. Bam. There you go. There's Mew. All of his glory. Wonderful little Mew. Get like a nice little focus in on there. His eyeball's a little, he's got a funky little eyeball going on over here, but that's okay. It's okay. It's not that weird. It's not too weird, but there you go. There's Mr. Mew in all of his glory. He's coming out of the game code. My concept of what this is supposed to be was, the idea is that, like, you can't get Mew in the normal red and blue games. So, like, you can get him by, like, breaking the code in the game. So I had this idea where, you know, he's hidden behind the data. So what you're looking at is there's a crack in the data, and Mew is, like, slipping out of the crack in the data. And you can kind of see in the background there that that's the weird electronic-y, matrix-y data stuff going on. But yeah, I do all sorts of weird little doodles. Like, I have this is basically my sketchbook that I use when when I have, like, a random idea for, like, doodling or things like that. And sometimes I also write in it. Like, it just kind of depends what kind of mood I'm in. I do all sorts of weird stuff. Here's one I did. Do you guys know who Chimecho is? There's a Chimecho with a substitute doll kind of hanging out right there. I actually really like Chimecho quite a bit. That's a Pokemon I like, but nobody else likes it except I do. Nobody likes Chimecho except me. I think Chimecho is such a cool Pokemon. And you can hate on it all you want, but Chimecho is the shit. Oh man, here's some crazy doodles. Oh goodness gracious. I don't even know if you guys would get the references in these. There's some weird ones in here. So this was this was before I started doing my Mr. Habanero channel. I used to go on a message board for artwork and stuff like that. And I actually at one point created a meme-ish character that kind of caught on for a little while, and then it just kind of died and nobody cared. So this was the meme-ish character that I had developed. So this is her right here. If you guys want to, there we go. That's her right there. There you go. The perspective in the camera is a little off. So her name is NC Tan, and that's a character I drew for a while. And then this is basically just little pictures of her with other characters that are from that same message board. There she's all tied off by this character, and over here she's just kind of hanging out smoking a cigarette with this character over here. So just little doodles I did. I did a bunch of her actually, because like I said, there was a short period of time where I used to hang out on this art message board, and I used to draw her here and there, and she was a popular character for a short period of time. So I drew her a lot. I think there might be a couple of other pictures of her in here somewhere. Oh, check this one out. This is the one that made me do the Black Lotus alteration. So this was the sketch I did. Let me see if I can get some good lighting on it. There it is, in all of its glory. Bam. Black Lotus, baby. That's a classic one that I did. All pencil, man. Let's see. Let me catch up just a little bit. Ditto came from Mew. All Pokemon DNA is linked to Mew of the original 150. I actually did a theory a long time ago about how Mew, like, is linked to all Pokemon DNA and Ditto and stuff like that. Which was basically the idea is that, oh god, it's been so long since I've thought about that. The overall concept was that, like, Mew... Oh, I think what it was that, like, Mew was, like, the progenitor Pokemon, and all Pokemon have, like... All Pokemon have the the genetic capabilities to be a Mew, but not all Pokemon can have the capabilities to be every other Pokemon. I can't remember. It's a long time since I've thought about that, but that's, Oh, yeah, there's a... Wow, I don't think I want to show that one off. That one's weird. It's kind of ugly, so I'm not going to show it off. Here's one that's okay to show off. It's not as ugly as the other one. Here's another one of that character that I drew. I don't know if you guys get the reference here. This is, you guys might remember that a while ago I was playing a game called, oh, what was that game called? Gee whiz. It was that game about the girl who was traveling in her dreams. Do you guys remember me playing that game? It's on my Steam tab. Let me see here. It was called Yumaniki. So, like, if you guys remember me playing the game Yumaniki on stream, this character, this girl character next to the other character, is this girl right here. That's the main character of Yumaniki. And, because I told you guys, I played Yumaniki when I was a teenager, and this is an old drawing before I did YouTube. So, I actually drew these two characters together, just to kind of have them be in the same room and doing everything. So, and they're playing the game where you have to catch eggplants in a basket. And, there's an inside joke here that unless you've played Yumaniki all the way to the end, this joke probably doesn't make sense. It's just basically saying, it's NC10 saying, this game is really boring, is there anything else we can do? And then the other character is saying, do you want to see my balcony? Which is, like, a really dark joke if you know, like, how that game goes. Like, if you know what that game's about, it's kind of a really dark joke. Let me catch up on the chat log a little bit. Because I'm falling behind! Oh my god! Oh my god, you guys are talking to me and I'm not paying attention. I'm so sorry. Dirty Dan says, I usually don't come around here often, but I try. Well, I sure hope you're subscribed, my good friend, because we have good content. Hey, Dirty Dan, you seem like the kind of guy who would be into Honey Pop. You should go and watch my Honey Pop series. That's what you should do. Selfless ad, my friend. Selfless ad. Subscribe and watch my Honey Pop series. It's great. Rather Wood says, is that Mew on some math homework? Nice. Hell yeah. More like on a computer circuit board. This is how Digimon happens, said Cindy. Yellow version, you can get 2 Mews, then trade them to your buddies? I didn't know that. Chimeko is so sassy. Yeah, Chimeko is a sassy girl. I love my good Pokemon team. I wish I could show them to you guys and battle you guys with them. They were so cool. DLG says, I know you will probably be going on for a little while, but I'm starting to suffer from old man syndrome and I can't stay awake. Okay, buddy, it's all good if you gotta dip out. I'm sorry that I kind of monologued and didn't notice that. Everybody's saying, she cute and so pretty. Looks like a comic character, little lady. Yeah, you guys are talking about NC Tan. Yeah, NC Tan was kind of... She was a character I was a big fan of. I guess I could show you guys the kind of ugly drawing if you guys want. I feel like this drawing is really ugly, but I'll show it to you guys. Don't make fun of me! Don't make fun of me! So, this is NC Tan with Miku. If you guys know who Miku is, the Vocaloid pop star. So there's NC Tan, rocking out with Miku. Don't make fun of me because she's ugly looking. Haters gonna hate. But yeah, she was a character that I drew a lot for a little while, because she was kind of, I drew her as kind of like a fun little character, and then I was on an art website, and for a very short amount of time, she blew up. Like, people thought she was really cool and did their own interpretations of her. So I just kept on drawing her, and I thought it was really cool, and I liked her a lot. This one is an unfinished drawing of a character for a fantasy story I was doing. So, there you go. There you go. He's kind of, he's kind of a character from a fantasy story I was doing, and obviously, as you guys can tell, the drawing is very clearly completely unfinished, and I don't intend to finish it. I kind of stopped, and I was like, I don't want to draw this anymore, so I stopped. I do that a lot. Like, for example, here's another example of me doing exactly that. Bam! There's the drawing. Totally unfinished, and it will never be finished. Let's see here. Oh, here's a weird one. Check this one out, you guys. Yeah, how weird and creepy is that? What do you guys think of that one, huh? Yeah. And yes, that is a Phyrexian symbol up in the top corner there. Just cause, you know, just cause it's weird and creepy and I thought it was cool at the time, so I did it. Let's see here. All right, DLG's gonna say goodbye to everybody. I'm sorry I didn't say goodbye to you before, but goodbye. In spirit, I said goodbye. Cindy says, I don't know if you can see Discord right now, Habbo, but I put something spicy there for you. Okay. Let me take a quick look here. What do you got? Ooh. I actually do like pickle chips. Pickle chips are delicious. Good call, Cindy. Good call. Pickle chips are so tasty. Like, I love there's like, what was it? I think it might have been Lay's. Lay's does like a dill, oh my god, my mouth is watering thinking about it. Lay's does like a dill pickle chip that is so good. It's so crazy good. Let's see here. Rhydon was first poke. Oh, you mean like the first Pokemon ever designed? I do know that. I do know that Rhydon was graphically by design and drawing and also put into the game as the first ever Pokemon to ever be put in the game. That's not a drawing that I want to show off. That's also not a drawing that I want to show off. That one's kind of cute. I think I might be down to kind of show that off a little bit. That's cute. This was one that I did a while ago, but it's kind of cute. Let's see here. Bam. Check her out, huh? She cute, right? So, this right here, so I showed you the cute little cartoon character girl, right? So this was supposed to be a concept drawing of her in a more detailed fashion. So this is that same girl character, but just with like a different hairstyle and a different kind of anime style going on with her. She's very cute. Like I said, she was a character I really liked a lot for a short period of time. I spent a lot of time drawing her for a while. I mean, this drawing's okay, but it's got a lot of problems and it feels kind of ugly and I secretly hate it. I mean, yeah, I guess it's not the worst drawing I've ever done. It's kind of ugly, though. Here's another drawing. There you go. It's kind of ugly. I kind of secretly hate it. This is a character from a video game that I played a long time ago. She's a ghost princess. And, yeah. And there's this whole story about how, like, she was, like, reincarnated as a death god and all this stuff. And she's kind of cute. I'm not a big fan of this drawing. It's not the most complimentary drawing, because she's actually a really cute character that I like. But yeah. Let's see here. Is she like Moritsuki or whatever? There's an ending with a dance party. I don't remember how to get there. Maybe Battle with Sun version if that's a thing. Darth Wrinkle? I don't know what you're referencing, but that's great. Hands are hard to draw. That's scary. Yeah, oh yeah, are you talking about the one with the eyeball? That was really cool. Yeah, actually, that was one of the first things, that was one of the big deals about this drawing, was I drew this because I was trying to learn how to draw hands. That was what this was about. In fact, actually, if I remember correctly, I was using my hand as a model to try and draw this when I first drew it. So that's what I was drawing that for, was to originally draw hands. Pickle chips, says Maz. Pickle chips are delicious! That is Velma from Scooby-Doo. It's not Velma, shut up! I don't think it looks like Velma at all. Velma's hair comes down to her shoulders, if I remember correctly. This is like hair that's like right about at her, like her, you know, the right below her head. Right below her head, right there. I think she's super cute. And also, the glasses are adorable. Like, this is my adorable face. Like, you know, like, I think that this is a really cute girl, kind of like hair that's just like just short enough, like right about there, wears glasses, has a cute face, you know. I can dig it. Habs won't show off his honey pops. Yeah. It's, I mean, there's definitely some drawings I'm skipping on purpose. Like, let me tell you guys, there are definitely some drawings I've skipped. Here's another really ugly drawing that I did of that character again. Oh, God, her lips look like... Her face makes it look like she was stung by a bee, like, right in her mouth. So, I'm gonna skip that one. It's too ugly. Oh, here's a cool thing. So this isn't a picture, but so when I was doing the Phyrexian Yawgmoth's Will painting, this is what I was using as a reference point for doing all the text for the card. So I actually had to use the grammatical structure and the transliteration key to basically write this all out. And then I had to get it just right so that, look, you can even see up here in the corner the translation key to get this all figured out for the card art that I did. So that's kind of cool. What else do I have in here? No, that sucks. Ooh, this is a cool one. This is a cool... I'm just showing off my art at this point. I don't even care. I don't even care anymore. So check this out. So this was originally a drawing that I did where it was intended for a painting I was going to do. And I actually never painted this. I still kind of want to paint it, but this was just a drawing I did for a painting that I never completed. So, and this was also when I was studying like light and structure and shading and things like that. So that's kind of what that was all about. No, that sucks. That sucks. That sucks. That was also part of the, this was also part of the Yawgmoth's Will card art that I did. There you go. It's the skeleton reaching out, and the idea is that the black sludge, which is supposed to be the Phyrexian oil, is like binding itself to the skeleton to bring it back to life, which is something I did in the actual artwork. It ended up being a little bit different, but that was still part of it. This was also another Phyrexian art that I wanted to do, but I never finished it because it never looked right. I tried it a couple different times. So my original intention was I was going to do artwork for Skull Clamp, and it was going to be a Phyrexian Skull Clamp, and that was kind of what I was trying to do here. So, but it never really turned out the way that I wanted to, so I kind of just ignored it and kind of stopped working on it. That sucks. That really sucks. This was the... Oh my goodness, this is something I haven't thought about in a long time. This was the concept art I did for when I painted Sulphurous Springs. I don't know if you guys remember that. That was a long time ago when I painted the Sulphurous Springs card art. This was the concept art I did for Sulphurous Springs. What else do I have here? Let's see. No. Oh, that sucks. Oh, no. Oh, God, what was that for? Oh, God. Alright, I have to show this off just because it's so funny. I don't know what I was doing when I drew this. I have no idea. I must have been, like, on drugs or something. Check this out. Okay. Bam! There you go, guys. Oh! Oh my God, you know what it makes me think of a little bit? It makes me think of the little guys from Among Us. Doesn't it kind of make you think of the guys from Among Us a little bit? Oh my god. I don't know what I was thinking when I drew this. Oh, Jesus, it's so ridiculous. Ratherwood says, need more freckles. Oh, you mean the girl? That would actually be kind of cute. Oh, and this is when I was starting to get into, like, more depth for studying shapes and lighting and stuff like that. So these were actual exercises that I did to kind of practice, shape recognition and, shading and lighting and stuff like that. So check this out. Bam. This was all for the purpose of studying shape recognition and objects and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool. And here's another example of doing exactly that again. Bam. This was, like I said, this was all just me studying artwork and stuff like that. Nah. No. Nope. I think that's it, actually. I think that's pretty much everything. Yeah, that's all the artwork. It's all gone. It's all done. I did it! I did the thing! I did the thing. So yeah, I don't know. I was just kind of feeling like talking about artwork a little bit. But yeah, that's something I don't really show off very often. I don't really show off my sketchbook that frequently. And I mean, there's some stuff in here that you guys are not allowed to see. So there's some ugly artwork in there that I'm not showing off. There's some risque artwork in there that I'm not showing off. There's one particular piece of art in there that I was like, I flipped right by it. I was like, no, I can't show that one on camera. That's not okay. But yeah, there's a bunch of artwork in that book that, that I didn't show off on camera. So, but I showed you guys the majority of it. Like, most of it's tame and kind of interesting and cool to look at, but that's basically my sketchbook. Like, whenever I want to just kind of doodle or sketch something out or draw something intricate, that's what I use. I actually have other sketchbooks in the back. This is just, this is my current one. So, like, this is like, this one's not complete. There's, like, a bunch of pages that are not used yet in here. But I actually have, like, 3 or 4 sketchbooks in the back that are all filled with, you know, artwork and things like that. So, not going to whip them out. They're all buried away in boxes with other books and things on top of them as well. He's a floating A. Are you talking about that weird little dude that I showed you? That I don't even know what I was thinking when I drew that. That was weird. That was a weird one. The weird one, he looks like a toothache. He looks like a tooth, maybe? Like a little tooth, like a U-tooth. I have a stack of art stuff from when I was a kid up till now. I made a few YouTube, YT going through them. That's cool. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool, Ratherwood. Yeah, I just kind of every once in a while just get in the mood to kind of draw something, and that's what I do, is whenever I need to draw something, I just jump into my little sketchbook and I just kind of draw whatever. And I also use it for, like, there's also writing in here too. Like, you know, I have, like, there's, you know, I don't mind showing these off because, I mean, I'm just going to show them off for a second. So, like, there's some writing in here. There's also, like, I was doing some body design, like word and character and body design. And then I did a, like a type chart. Like, this was a chart for recognizing different things for, this was for an RPG that I was designing a long time ago. And there's some more information in there about it. There's some more with a little bit of like a data table at the top. And I do all sorts of stuff like that. Oh, this is one that I forgot about. I didn't notice this one until just now. This is a little doodle page. These were just like little tiny doodles where I just kind of did whatever for whatever reason. All sorts of weird little things in there. There you go. And yeah, and then pretty much everything else I already showed you guys. Oh! I guess I passed this one up. That's kind of weird. Check out that little one. There you go. Little dudes. Little dudes doing little dude things, I guess. The majority of this I kind of already showed you guys, though. Oh, how did I skip this one? This is super cool. So I told you guys about trying to make a Phyrexian skull clamp. I actually did a few different versions of it, so this is one of the earlier versions of it as well. There you go. And I wrote a bunch of stuff about it too. I think that's it though. Yeah, that's legit all of it. I mean, like I said, other than the art that I shouldn't be showing you guys. Some of it is really not okay, so I'm just going to close it and say that I'm done with that. Alrighty then. Ratherwood says like 5 videos just flipping through my wacky kid doodles. That's pretty cool, man. Nothing wrong with that. That's a lot of fun. Yeah, I don't know. I love artwork. I just love creating things. I feel like I've talked about it before. I just love like content creation in general, whether it's doing like whether it's drawing, whether it's painting, whether it's making videos, like, you know, streaming. Like, I am a content creation oriented person, and I always have been. So, and I mean, I feel like that there's tons of proof of it around me. All the artwork I've done, all the sketching I've done. Like, I think I even told you guys when I was a kid, my father, he gave me a video camera for my birthday one year, and I was making videos with that. Like, me and my friends were making videos and things like that. Like, we did skits, we did little tiny plays, you know, and also we just recorded random things that we saw that were kind of interesting. I actually have a box full of old home movies that me and my friends made together, so, you know, I guess I have always kind of been a content creation-oriented kind of person, you know what I mean? Ratherwood says, when I was a kid, I was drawing video game levels, and now that's what I do for a hobby. It's kind of neat. That is pretty cool. Show us all of the art, spicy bookings, uncensored. No. No, Maz, no. And a lot of them are ugly anyways. Like, there is one in particular that's very spicy. Like, very, very spicy, and I actually almost showed it on camera, but it's super... not... Let me see if I can find it again. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, no. 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 Anyways, so I do actually have to wrap this up, guys. I had a good time. I got to talk about a bunch of stuff. And like I said, if you guys are interested in buying any of the, like, altered cards that I showed off today in the stream, hit me up on Discord. Let me know if you guys are interested in any of those, because I have no problem selling them off. And it would really help me out too as well. Like, I could definitely use the extra spare cash right now. So if you guys wanted to support me and you guys also wanted some like altered cards, this is your big chance. This is the big chance for you guys. So I am going to say all the last things that I'm going to have to say, which are go ahead and like the stream. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Go ahead and leave a comment if you haven't left a comment already. Go ahead and hit that notification bell so you guys can know when I'm going to be doing streams or making videos or whatever. All that stuff really super helps me out, and I greatly appreciate it. All the support you guys give me, it's positively amazing, and I really appreciate you guys today. Like, you guys came in, you guys are supporting me, you guys are hanging out with me, showing me the love, which I greatly appreciate. You guys are awesome, and I really care about you guys. And just being here doing this stream with you guys kind of reminds me, like, on a regular basis, why I do this stuff, you know? And I really appreciate that. You guys are awesome, so thank you so much. Go ahead and check in the description below for all of my wonderful links. I have a Streamlabs, I have a PayPal. Donations are greatly appreciated. They go to help out the channel, they go to help out me, obviously, and I really appreciate that. I also have a wonderful Patreon where you can come on in, hang out with the other Patreon members. I'm also releasing early release content as well as uncensored content. So if you want to see stuff on early release or uncensored, Patreon is the place to be for sure. And I'm also going to give a wonderful shout out to my amazing Patreon members who are Ya Boy Lettuce, Bo Falcon, Mr. Fajouk, James P, Rebecca, and Ashed. Thank you guys all so much for supporting me. I super duper appreciate you guys. And the very last thing that I'm going to say is, guys, follow your dreams, okay? You can accomplish your dreams. You can do it. I know you can. So follow your dreams, you guys, okay? And I will see y'all later. Have a great night. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you all for the support. I'll see you guys all goodbye later. Goodbye later. Later goodbye. I'll see you guys in the goodbye of later. Goodbye later.